Hi there. My name's Simonette. I'm a psychologist. I work in organisations and community settings, and I have a background in positive psychology and growth, mindset, mindfulness, and meditation. And today I'm going to be introducing you to some breathing practices that you can do at work or you can do at home to be able to pace yourself throughout the day. Now, I want to talk to you about the vagus nerve stimulation. What is the vagus nerve? Now, the vagus nerve is the largest wandering nerve in our body. It radiates from the brain in through the jaw, into our heart, and into our belly, and it is part of the rest digest system. It's automatic in our body. Now, you're probably familiar with the flight, fight, freeze model of our nervous system. When we get a fright, some of us want to fight, some of us want to run for the hills, and others of us just kind of freeze. And this is an automatic part of our wiring and our physiology. Now, when the threat has passed, our body automatically registers that, and that's the vagus nerve that registers and lets the heart know it doesn't have to pump so much blood anymore. You can digest your meal, and it's just generally that beautiful relaxation response. Now, it's automatic, it's hardwired into all of us, but it's also something that is in our control. And so this particular breathing that I will demonstrate to you and get you to have a practice at as well is a way that we can trick the body, if you like, kind of hijack any anxiety that might be arising or concern that might be arising in our body. We can trick it with this breathing that it goes, okay, let's relax. And so this is something you can use if you want to prepare for something that you might be feeling a bit stressed about. But it's also a way of just resting and digesting the previous meeting, getting ready for the next one, something that could just take you 5 minutes to do. So, okay, let me explain it to you first. So the breathing pattern is that we inhale through the nose, and in your mind, you're counting to 4. You hold the breath for 2. And when you exhale with a smile and a sigh. So it's and the exhale is longer than the inhale. So the exhale, you count to 6. And then when you've emptied the lungs, just pause in that space for the count of 2. So it's in through the nostrils, breathing in, expanding the rib cage, holding the breath, exhale with a smile and a sigh. Now that's one cycle, and you're going to do 5 repetitions. When you do your 5 repetitions, that is stimulating the vagus nerve to say, hey, you're relaxed. You can relax now. So let's have a go together. So I'd like you to take in a big deep breath, and you're counting to 4 in your own time, expanding the ribs and holding the breath for 2. And when you exhale, a big smile, because this is part of activating the vagus nerve, big smile and all the way out, and then pause. Good, so let's do another one. Taking in a big deep breath, holding that, and let all that air out. And of course, you can have a quieter sigh if you like, or a noisy one, however it feels for you. And you can have a bit of a chuckle as well. Pause. And then another breath in, expanding, hold, and all the way out. Exhale. You can close your eyes now and breathing in, counting to 4. You hold the breath and exhale with a smile and a sigh. That's good. Pause. And one more in. And hold. And All right. So just notice How does your body feel now? Now, the next breathing practice that I'd like to give you is a concentration practice. So, with the busyness of the mind, there may be something that's sort of ruminating over and over and over. So, this is a great practice, if you like. Call it a practice or a cool tool, that you can use, is counting the breathing. And you can have your eyes open or closed, but you could be sitting at your desk and you could just be discreetly counting your breathing. Again, it's a way to switch off from the worries that might be activating that stress response in your body. And it's also a really good practice of attention, because as we know, what we give attention to grows. So if we're giving attention to concerns or worries or negative thoughts, they kind of expand. So if we can focus in on the counting, which is more neutral, we're letting the mind have a rest from those worries or thoughts, but we're also training ourselves to choose what we want to give attention to. So this practice is a foundation mindfulness practice. We all hear a lot about mindfulness, so I'd like you to have a go at this one. It's very simple, but it's not always easy to do. And what will happen is, as you start to count the breathing, your mind will wander off or your attention will get grabbed by other thoughts. And so you just gently bring it back to the counting again, but you're going to start from 1. So the counting is from 1 to 10. Inhale and exhale as you would just normally observe the inhale and the exhale, counting 1. The normal inhale and exhale, counting 2. And so you just bring your attention to the gentle rise and fall of your breathing. So you can do that now. You might like to place your hand on your heart and you might be able to feel that gentle rise and fall of your breath. Or you might be able to bring your attention to the belly and focus in on the breathing there. And you're going to be counting from 1 to 10. And then you repeat 1 to 10 again. When the mind wanders off and you notice it, I've been lost in thoughts, bring your attention back and start counting from 1 again. Okay, so the inhale and the exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2. Counting all the way to 10 and then repeating. So let's have a go in your quiet time there. Focus in on the breathing now and counting from 1 to 10. Okay, so you get the idea. So you might have found that your thoughts wandered off. Might have been a bit of commentary in there. This is not going to work for me. It is a practice. It's like we clean our teeth. We don't just clean them for 5 weeks and they're clean for the rest of our life. These are wonderful practices for our mind's health, for our well-being. And I hope that you can spend some time, 5 minutes throughout the day, when you might notice that you're feeling a bit rushed or you need to prepare for a meeting, that you could just do the vagus nerve breathing, remembering that it's breathing in for the count of 4, holding the breath for 2, with a smile now, exhaling with a sigh, longer exhale, counting out to 6 and pausing for 2. And you do 5 repetitions of that. And the other breathing practice, which is a foundation mindfulness practice, is counting your breath, resting the attention on the breath, and counting from 1 to 10 and repeating that 1 to 10. And just doing that for a minute or 5 minutes, however long you would like to do it for. It's a fabulous way for you to be able to reset your mind, to be really present, alert, and refreshed. Enjoy. Bye from me. Bye for now.